Hello and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, that telephone pole's got quite a lean to it. I don't know how long it's been that way, and that's probably why my wire's so low. But it's always been too low to put my RV under. So I've always wanted to fix it, and on this episode, that's what we're gonna do. So I gotta start by digging a ditch, so buckle up, it's gonna be a wild ride. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is drive some stake next to this pole, and then I'll run a string line from this stake to my building, and then I'll mark the ground with some paint to indicate where I need to dig the trench. So, let's run this to the building. Okay, next step is to put a stake right here for this end of the string. Now the problem I got is my elevation is low in the middle, and this string's going to be way off the ground. But I'll deal with that when I get to it. If you watch my video on me reinstalling my pump, you'll know I bought the wrong paint to paint that pump because I like this color. But it's for inverted painting, which is what I need now. So that's what I'm going to use for this. You know, if it ain't one thing, it's another. I got this tiller on the tractor here, but it won't take me long. I can get it inside and switch them out. Let's go. That didn't take long. Let's go dig. All right, I'm all set up here, but with this tractor, to start digging, you got to turn the seat around. So there's a little lever right here, and now the tricky part is stepping in. These front levers here push down these little extension legs. All right, I'm not totally centered up. So use your bucket to help center you. Wow, that was a little bit more of a struggle than I thought it was going to be. Almost too much for this little tractor to handle. I don't know if I've ever dug anything that deep with this tractor. About as deep as it can go. But I got it. So now all I got to do is glue that pipe together, put it in the ditch with a string in it, and the inspector will be here at 10 in the morning tomorrow. So not much left to do today, but put that pipe together. Let's go for it. All right, I need to pull this string through the pipe after I get it all glued together. So what I'm going to do is make a little pig. So I'm going to cut up a whole bunch of this and glue them together and then suck it through the pipe with a vacuum cleaner. You know, I've never owned a hot glue gun before, but a few weeks back I said, you know what, I might need one of those. So I think this is the perfect opportunity to try it out. So let's see what it does. All right, let's see how this goes. I've never had a glue gun before. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue, stick it on, put a little bit of glue, stick it on. I need a way to attach my string, so I'm going to run this little wire on, and it'll be glued between this last one. So we'll stick it here, up against there, and then glue this on. Then I'll make me a little loop right here to tie the string to. Well, let's see how this works. Well, that little pig test was fairly successful. I'm pretty sure it will go through 100 feet of this pipe. If not, I'll figure out some way to get that string through it. So what I'm going to do is make this glue joint, push this pipe out, make another glue joint, and just keep pushing the pipe out until I have all these things glued up. I have my electrical PVC cement. I bought this a while back. I know it's a pretty small little ball thing under there. I'll just keep putting more and more glue until I think I got it. So let's see how it goes. See if we can get this pipe in the ditch. Got it. Kind of reminds me of that gutter. Somehow, I got to get this pipe in the ditch, get it in its correct position, mark it, and then bring that one up and cut it, and hope I don't cut it too short. Let's see what happens. All right, I want to mark it right here. I think I'm a little long, but I'd rather be long than short. So I'm going to cut it right there. All right, I know this is not super critical, but I made me a little wraparound here out of a Dr. Pepper box. Probably won't be able to cut the line anyway. Well, started going off. Well, we're going to pull this board and drop this in the hole. Oh, it's too short. Just kidding. Just set this on here. Turn on my vacuum. Go feed the pig. Here we go. Ooh. Got it. Well, before I backfill, what I'd like to do is strap this to the wall exactly the right height and orientation where my new can is going to sit, and that way it's in position to receive my new meter box. So what I need to do is pull this little stub off. Got it. Let me drop this little pig in. And this little piggy went to the other end of the pipe. No. Got my straps cut. Got some little spacers. My two straps. And a bunch of bolts. Okay, my expansion joint is going to go about right here. So I got to make sure my first strap, I think I'm going to put it right in line with that. So if I do, that means I need to remove it. Maybe I'll go right below that, and I'll put a strap just right below that. All right. What I'm going to do is put a bolt through here. Shouldn't have done that. Like that. And then one of these spacers. And then through the hole. The washer. My little spacer goes back behind here. Into the hole. Next thing to do is just put the next one on up here, rinse and repeat. So let me do it. For this end, I'm going to take this extra piece of pipe I have, stick it on the end of this 90 coming out of the ditch, ratchet strap it to the pole so nothing moves while I'm backfilling. So I've already got my string run through it. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to have to make a little bit more of a spacer at the bottom so we can get a good tight fit against the pole. But let's go ahead and strap the top on, and then I'll measure the the block for the bottom. Cut me a little spacer. Now let's see if I can get this in there without anything falling in the hole. Now I'm ready to backfill. All right, well, it's bright and early the next morning. It's time to backfill. Now this first 30 feet is going to be covered with a driveway. I'm going to pour cement, and I really don't know how long it'll be till I do that. So what I don't want to happen is for it to settle after I've poured the cement and leave a void. So for my best chance of getting this not to settle so much is I'm going to put as much sand in here as I can and try to pack it down as good as I can. It's such a deep ditch that packing close to the bottom is not really easy. Once I get closer, then it's higher up, then it's easier. And then when I'm really high, then I just drive my tractor over it. But let's start filling with sand and see how much I got. It looks like a whole trailer load to me, but we'll see. All right, I'm going to get this out of the way. Well, I got a little bit of sand in here to start with. Let me do some walking on this and try to pack it down the best I can, and then I'll add some more sand. I hope this is going to do what I want it to do. I know I can pack this sand a lot better than I can black dirt, so I think I'm doing some good. Only time will tell. Let me start packing. All right, I got my piece cut. It goes right here. And then this will go on this, but I'm gonna leave this off just so if they would want to pull their wire with just this stub, it won't mess this thing up. But if they want it on, I'll put it on when they get there. Now this is schedule 80, and it's got this line on it. You can't see it where you're at, but they have to be able to see that line. I put this on temporary, if you recall. Now I'm going to take it off and put this one on. It's also schedule 80. See the line? I've already got my string run through my pieces, so let me just glue them together. Oh, put the line to the outside, and we are ready for them to kill my power. Now that I got my ditch covered up, I got to get ready for disconnect, reconnect day, and I don't want to be stumbling around trying to figure out how to get all the work done, because I want to get it reconnected the same day they disconnect it. So I'm going to get so I have here, I have my box that my meter is going to go in, my meter box. So what I'm going to do is get it ready for the two little connections that will be going to it. So let me stand it up and then knock this out. Now that I have that cut out, all I got to do is put this on and lock it in place. All right, we're going to put this in here.
Here's some shadow.
Lock that on, and then a little protector there. Okay, that one's ready. Now for the 2-inch. Okay, rinse and repeat. Wonder which. Okay, it looks like the inner one. See if I can do this without destroying the outer one. All right, that's the innermost. Let me get another tool.
Rolling.
I'm trying to knock this ring out without knocking this ring out. So what I'm going to do is just see if I can weaken this. Good. Got it. Now all I got to do is drop that in and put a ring on. Let's do that. I've got this box all ready to go. Now, let me go see what steps I can take to mount this box on the wall and be ready for that. It's been several days since we backfilled and leveled out all that dirt. So now they're going to disconnect my power tomorrow. So before we do that, I got one last thing I got to do, and that's run a second ground rod. So I have an old ground rod still here, but they say I need 2 of them, and they have to be 6 feet apart. So I'm going to go on the other side of this door and put in another ground rod. Okay, I've got the tape measure laid out, and that's sitting about 8 feet right there. So that's plenty of room, and I think where this ridge is where I'm going to drive it in. That way, in the future, I'll know where that ground rod is if I ever want to get to it. Okay, I'm all set up here. I've got the rod started in a hole. That way we'll finish underground level. And I've got my drill here set on hammer only. It's going to be hard for me to keep this level, but I'll do my best. Probably just do it by eye, because once I get it in the ground, it really doesn't matter because there's only such a small part sticking out. So I'm probably not going to worry about it that much. All right, let's see what happens. It's going. Might take a few minutes. Forgot to tell you, I bought this special adapter for this drill, and it's like hollow there, and it just sits over the end of the pipe there. Probably could have made one, but it was so easy just to buy one. I don't know if this will help, but it can't hurt. All right, I think I'm gonna stop there. If they want it deeper, I'll do it tomorrow. Well, the day has finally arrived for disconnect, reconnect. The power company has just arrived, so we set up the camera to get a few shots of their work. The paperwork they gave me instructed me to run that string line through the pipe, so we did. So we did what they asked, and then they didn't even use it. They just pushed the wire in by hand. Oh well. And then, just like that, they cut my power. Well, the power line guys just left. They finished running their wire for me to hook up now. So my first step is to get rid of this and get rid of this box. Take this off so we can run new ground wire. Hook up our new box, our new cable and everything. And then we got to call them back out, turn the power back on. So I got to do all this without power. But I think I got it. So let's get to it. All right, I took my wire off up there, took all loose, everything's loose. Let's see if this box will come off the wall. Oh, I don't have that nut off yet. There, now it's off. Oh, don't have this off yet. Hold on a second. I need a screwdriver and a hammer. Now, let's see if it'll come off. Yeah, this ground wire is giving me problems. Let me...
Do you want to undo some screws and then we can manipulate the wiring here?
Got it! All right, now that my box is off, I got to prepare this box to go on. So I took that connection I had and just reused that one. So I'm going to level this off and then mark my holes, which I don't have a Sharpie. So I have a great assistant, and he's good at handing me things. Thank you. Well, it took a little bit, but we finally got this box mounted. Lowell came by, so he lent us a hand. So our next step is we're going to put this expansion joint on and then figure out the length of our next pipe. Let me pull this up to the line.
Yep.
So we don't forget that step. Okay.
Okay.
Lowell likes to do the math part, so I like to let him.
29 and a half. Remember that.
29 and a half
Plus 2.
plus 2,
31 and a half.
31 and a half. When I point to you, that means tell me.
Plus 2.
Plus 2,
33 and a half.
33. We're going to cut a piece 33 and a half. All right, we're going to glue this last joint, put as much on the inside as I can, and the majority will be on the outside. Watch your fingers, they're going to get glue on them. I think that'll work. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I don't know where I left off last, but I had to stop recording and not show you every single step because I'm short on time because my power is off to my house right now. And they said I can't call past 3 o'clock because that's overtime or whatever they said. And I wanted my power back on as soon as possible. So we got really close. All I got to do is hook up my ground wire and put my straps on to hold this. So I went ahead and called. I don't know if you can hear the operator in the background say I had a 17-minute wait time. So while I'm waiting for them to pick up so I can order my reconnect, I'm going to finish my wiring on this. Just got to hook up this ground, hook up this ground, hook it up down there, and
Brackets.
brackets, yeah. Thanks, James. And I think I'm just going to hook all that up off camera and bring you back when it's done. I'll pack this in later. But I think that completes another successful video. I really enjoyed making it. And like I said earlier, I'm sorry that you didn't get to see every single step of putting this all together. We were on a time crunch to get this done so we could get our power back on, and I just didn't want to take the time of setting up the camera and all that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and if I'm lucky, I'll see you next time on My Retired Life. Yeah, scared the fuck out of me.